Welcome to the Robert Show. We're going to cover two things in the Robert Show today. A statement made by the Pope and Song of the Day. Song of the Day is going to be Depeche Mode, Blasphemous Rumors, and I'm going to read my favorite quote from it at the end of the show because I think it's going to be appropriate for our topic of conversation. If you've noticed, the first week of the Robert Show here, we've really taken a decidedly religious slant with a lot of our conversational topics. I think that's more because, not because this show has a religious bias, but because our religious bias is constantly under attack by those who believe different than us. Every time I log onto the internet to look for a show to discuss, like a show topic to discuss for the Robert Show, I find more of this. And I can't help but think if I have this medium to share with you guys my feelings on things, that I should use it to share with you things that I really care about. Like, for instance, when the Pope makes asinine asshat comments, like what we're about to talk to you about today. Let's get right to it. Yahoo News, yahoo.com. Pope advocates religious symbols in public places. Religious symbols should be allowed in public places. Pope Benedict, Nazi, told a group of Italian Catholic leaders today. A group of Italian Catholic legal experts and leaders. He was quoted as saying, hostility to all forms of recognition of the political and cultural importance of religion, and in particular, the presence of any religious symbol in a public institution, is not a sign of healthy secularism, but the degeneration of secularism. First, having religious symbols in public places that are paid for by taxpayers, whether or not there's a constitutional statement that says government and religion should be separate, is inappropriate. Period. End of subject. If I, as an agnostic pagan, pay my taxes, I have the right to say my money should not go to support the promotion of your religion. Period. Whether or not it's written into law, which it is, besides that point, just morally, I have the right to say, no, I'm paying for this building with my taxes. I don't want to have to see Jesus hanging off of two sticks every time I go to do something here. Just like a Christian has a right to say, hey, I pay for this building, I would like God to be represented. The problem, though, is one of those two opinions, I want my God represented and I don't want to have to see it, is a putting onto another person. Laws in our country are made to where I cannot affect my will onto someone else. Murder is me killing someone, me taking their life. I'm affecting my will onto that person. My will is for them to die. Theirs, of course, is not the same. I'm affecting my will on them, so it's illegal. Stealing is the same concept. I am taking from someone else. I am affecting my will on them. I'm removing their choice, either to live or, in this case, to own property, because I'm taking it from them. Every law you can think of in the history of man has been done to stop one person from affecting their will onto another, be it through stealing, murder, oppression, slavery. Every great major sin is you affecting your will on someone else. Every law is written to stop that. How is this different? You as a Christian are affecting your will onto me. You're forcing me to recognize your religion in public places where I did not choose to pay for that. So Pope, you're wrong. And you're a Nazi, so we're not even going to get into that. Oh, why not? You're Nazi. A Catholic Nazi Pope. This is awesome. Catholics are fucked now. He goes on further to say, the state cannot consider religion to be simply an individual feeling that can be confined to the private sphere. The state shouldn't consider religion. Period. They shouldn't consider it. Religion is a private feeling. Every time you talk to a religious person, whether it be a Buddhist, a Muslim, a Christian, but in this case we're going to stick with Catholics, what do they always tell you? My relationship with God is what? Anybody? Private. That's right. I have a private relationship with God. You hear that time and time again. Ask someone what they pray for. Oh, I have a private relationship with God. Why do you pray in silence? I have a private relationship with God. But all of a sudden now the Pope is telling me that the state cannot consider religion to be an individual feeling that be confined to the private sphere. Although the number one thing you tell us is that you have a private relationship with God. But you also want to have a private relationship with God and also at the same time display it everywhere I go to remind me that, hey, I believe in this and you don't get and you don't. He further on says, religion should be recognized as a common public presence. No. Society is a common public presence. The morals and values that people in society get together and agree on should be a common public presence. The will of one group, whether the majority or not, should not be a common public presence. It should be only for themselves. He says, an a-religious vision of life, thought, and ethics has led to an erroneous conception of secularism. So in other words, now he's blaming the creation of the term secularism on people like me, who just want the right to be able to go out in peace without having you beat your religion over my head. The question of crucifix and secular nature of the Italian state has inflamed passions in the country in recent years, this report goes to say. And a funny enough note is, out of all religions out there right now, Catholicism has had the rules in America changed twice. In the 1920s and in 1984, 2 legislative decrees allow Catholic symbols in state schools. Think about that for a minute. It's bullshit. Pope, you're an asshole. The next proclamation that you should write should be a suicide note. Get rid of yourself and your tired ideas. I'm sure every Catholic that sees this show is going to get all pissed now. Why do you recommend the Pope die? I don't recommend the Pope die. I recommend he wrote a suicide note. He doesn't have to follow through with it. Just write the note so I can read it and laugh. That's all. Yeah, why not? I think that'd be funny. And from now on, I think I'll hang pictures of dead popes all over my house, since it is my property and I can hang any religion I want. The Rob Show is now decreeing a new religion. The Rob religion. The religion of Rob is simply that. You must hang pictures of Rob everywhere you go. We're now going to start a religious movement. Since the Pope has said that it's okay to have religion in public spaces, I want everybody on the Rob Show to petition your local congressman to put a picture of me in every courthouse in the nation. Now I want you to send a copy of that letter to me at the Rob Show. We're going to post them on a new website we're going to put up in the next couple weeks. That's what we'll do. Yeah, fuck it. We're not going to argue with him. Let's agree with him. Pope, you're on. I want a picture. I want a spot right next to Jesus. I already have 2 members. You guys want to be in the Rob religion?
Sure. Yes. I'll start posting
2 Robists. 2 Robists have just joined my fold. Praise be the Robert. He shall bring Jehovah to your light. On that note, that's the Rob Show. Let me quote blasphemous rumors to you real quick, and then we'll get out of here. Girl of 16, whole life ahead of her. Slashed her wrists, bored with life. Didn't succeed. Thank the Lord for small mercies. I don't want to start any blasphemous rumors, but I think that God's got a sick sense of humor. And when I die, I expect to find him laughing. It's the Rob Show. I'm Rob. Don't fall victim to the system. Let the system fall victim to you.